lead up. Do the lost gon' smell with a heat up. Scars Tik Tok doing the seat. They talking all night, they mess with a meter. Are we back for bro? Yeah, I know. We gon' call face out of solo.
How to Naruto run a bitch. Guys, the Naruto run is a level 4 sex move, but you don't need consent because you're the one taking the risk. Now, all you need is some running shoes and a bitch. You're gonna have this bitch lay on the edge of the bed, on her back, with her legs up. You stand in front of this hoe, butt ass naked, but keep your running shoes on. Now, I want you to take one step back, one step forward, and put your dick in this hoe with no hesitation. Then take 2 steps back and repeat the process. Keep progressing until you feel like you can't miss. Then I want you to take 30 steps back, and I want you to lower your torso, bend your knees, put your right foot out in front of you, and put your arms out behind you. Keep your eyes on that pussy. Now I want you to take off towards this bitch as fast as you can, and without stopping, I want you to jam your dick into this bitch at full speed. If you get this right, you're gonna get her the deepest dick she ever had. If you get this wrong, I hope you already got kids. Game is game. How to get some pussy from prison. Guys, by the time you need this information, you won't have access to it. So I suggest you listen up now. Now, what you need to know is that over 58% of all prison staff perpetrators are bitches. So they want to get fucked. Now, here's the game plan. As soon as you spot a guard that you want, you need to take advantage of the one-on-one times you have. Like when you go pick up mail or some shit. Make eye contact, give her small teases, mix that in with genuine compliments, and eventually write her a love letter. You can check your progression by asking for small favors. Now, I also want you to know that outside of prison walls, most female prison guards live very lonely, depressed, boring lives, and they have very horrible relationships due to the nature of their jobs. But due to the nature of their jobs, it provides you a close proximity to that bitch, also with a lack of privacy. That gives you time to plant your seed, physically and mentally. Good dick and attention is all you have to offer, so master it. Game is game. How to kill Bill a bitch. Guys, the Kill Bill is a legendary level 6 sex move. So consent damn near needs to be televised. Now all you need is a spoon, a pair of scissors, a cup of water, and a bitch who gonna love wearing sunglasses. Now she need to start off giving you head on her knees, and you need to make her look up at you. As soon as she look up, I want you to yank your dick out her mouth, grab the spoon, and then stick that shit into her eyeball and gouge her eyeball out. Now her eyeball is still gonna be hanging by the optic nerve. So then you grab the scissors, snip the nerve, catch the eyeball, yell Kobe, and shoot that shit into the cup of water. Now she might be complaining, she might be screaming a little bit, blah, blah, blah. Man, fuck all that shit. Look, stick your dick in her eye socket, grab her by the back of her head, and I want you to skull fuck the shit out this bitch until you nut on her brain. Now this might sound weird to you, but it's a lot of bitches in my city wearing eye patches. We turning bitches into pirates. Game is game. How to turn your balls into a belt buckle. Guys, I don't know when the last time your balls had some adequate sunlight, but sunbathing your balls is vital. Now listen, the ball sack belt buckle is pretty easy. It's when you put on a pair of pants, and then you're going to keep your dick in your pants, but you're going to reach down and you're going to grab your nuts. You're going to pull your balls out over the waistband of your pants, and you're going to drop them hoes. Drop them hoes right there in front of your goddamn belt buckle. If they big enough, it should cover up the whole belt buckle. If you got small balls, it might look like a button. Regardless, go on about your day. Go grocery shopping, go sightseeing, go do whatever the fuck you want to do. And when them bitches start staring, because them bitches will be staring, treat them hoes just like they treat us. Say, hey, eyes up here. Now look, we all know bitches love a good dick print. But what if you ain't got enough dick to print? Well, a good old ball sack belt buckle could put you at the front of the line. And if the cops come questioning you, just say you got a big outie belly button and it slipped out. Game is game. How to get your bitch back. Guys, the morally correct thing to do after a breakup is to cut off all ties and move on. But what if you're not feeling so fucking moral? Well, I got you covered. Step number 1, get this bitch fired. You need to create a sense of neediness. Call her job and complain. Also let them know that this bitch got some real dirty piss and she can't pass a drug test. As soon as she get fired, that's when you swoop in with monetary support. Also, you can try taking a bunch of dick pills and then just send your ex a picture showing her how big your dick is nowadays, now that y'all ain't together no more. It's going to create a sense of regret. Also, what you can do is frame that bitch. Go to your dealer, get a package, put it under her car, and then call the popos. See if she wants you in 3 to 5 years when she get out of prison. Also, you can fuck her landlord, get her evicted, and then try to provide shelter. Any of these will work. I'm just telling you, crawling back to your ex is a bitch move, but having your ex crawl back to you is a boss move. Game is game. How to fuck your stepmama? Well, the first way is the journal method. If you live with your stepmom, then you need to buy a notebook. In that notebook, I want you to write down all the filthy shit you want to do to your stepmama and how it keeps you up at night just thinking about the bitch. And then I want you to keep it on that page, and I want you to hide it in a place in your room where she can still find it when she's at home alone. Trust me, you'll know when she find out. Number 2 is the pain method. This would insinuate that you got some kind of injury or some kind of soreness. For example, complain about your left shoulder. Complain about that bitch a lot too. She might offer to give you a massage. If she do, accept it. And in return, offer to give her one back, but better. Number 3 is the cancellation method. Daddies be busy as shit. So let's say your step parents might have had a date and your dad canceled out or he just got too busy. Well, offer to treat your mom out and step up to the plate since pops can't do it. It might sound evil, but you can't rule the world without ruling your own household. Game is game. How to Steph Curry a bitch? Guys, the Steph Curry is a level 3 sex move, so you can be flexible with consent. Now all you need is a shower, a mouthpiece, and a bitch with a bowel movement. So I want you to turn the lights off in the bathroom and hide in the shower. Start jacking your dick while chewing on your mouthpiece. And then when your bitch come in the bathroom and she sit on the toilet, I want you to wait until you hear some shit hit the water and it's time for your 3-pointer. You're gonna open up the shower curtain and you're gonna bust a nut on that bitch face. That's 1 point. Then you're gonna knock that bitch out the toilet. That's 2 points. And then you're gonna take the chewed up mouthpiece out your mouth and you're gonna beam that bitch in the head with it. That's 3 points. Now at this point, your bitch should be on the floor with her pants around her ankle, nut on her face, and shit in her ass. So you ain't gotta worry about her running after you. I just want you to shimmy out the bathroom, just like Steph do. And if by some chance she wiped the nut off her face and killed the sperm, well, that would make her a babyface assassin. Game is game. How to fuck up somebody's relationship. Guys, you ever see 2 people who just happy as hell and you want to test it? Or maybe you just want somebody who don't belong to you. Regardless, I got you covered. The first way is the app attack. For example, if you want Olivia to leave her man, then you need to make a dating profile as her man. Connect with other bitches, talk to them, entertain them, and talk shit about Olivia. Screenshot the messages and send them to her anonymously. Sit back and let the trust issues burn. Or you can try the paid actor. If you know what type of dudes Olivia like, hire a guy to go up to her and talk to her, and have your camera ready. Take pictures of them talking, laughing, and if you're lucky enough, you might even get a hug. Get all your evidence and send that shit to her husband, anonymously. When you see Olivia with a black eye, mission accomplished. Game is game. How to fuck that bitch on the first date. Guys, this right here is called the adventure method. And basically all you need to do is invite a bitch out to a nice bar for a drink or 2. Make sure your conversation skills is on point, and then be ready to leave in about 45 minutes to an hour. Invite her out to another bar. If she say yes, cool. Call an Uber and y'all bounce. Stay at this second bar for about the same amount of time, 45 minutes to an hour. And then invite her out to a third bar. Guys, if you have fun at all 3 locations, it is psychologically registered that you're fucking safe to travel with. Also, it'll make you look unpredictable, adventurous, and spontaneous. All shit that bitches love. Plus you dragging the night out. Now, the 4th step would be to invite her back to your crib to keep the fun going. Or what these bitches like to call vibes. Regardless, if you get her back to your crib after midnight, you got that pussy in the bag. Game is game. How to talk to stripper bitches. Guys, the best time to go talk to strippers is when business is slow. The slowest days are Thursdays, and the slowest month is January, especially up here in the north. Now, when you go to the club, I want you to pay for a dance, but don't get a dance. Just offer her to sit down and talk to you. Strippers are amazing at conversation. You can talk about food, music, politics. It don't fucking matter. Just make eye contact when you talk to her, because discussing the war on Ukraine while staring at her tits is just weird. Also, don't be staring at other bitches. You need to make it look like you've seen some ass before. Now, after about 20 to 30 minutes, go ahead and let her go and make money if she need to. If she decides to stay with you because the club is slow, then she's genuinely interested in you. At that point, I suggest you go ahead and ask her for her number. If she gives you her number, then go ahead and leave the club and don't talk to no other bitches. Strippers like two things. They like money and they like gentlemen. And we broke over here, so we gotta show some respect. Game is game. How to fuck with a bitch ego. Guys, whenever you go out to eat with a bitch, you need to learn how to flirt with your waitress. Ask her where she from. Tell her you only asking her this because she has a very unique accent. Ask her is that her real hair color. This to fuck with your bitch. Another thing you can do is, whenever you're around your bitch and her friends, always laugh at her friend jokes. Whenever your bitch try to be funny, straighten your fucking face up. Another thing you can do is, whenever your bitch done getting dressed for a date, look her dead in the face and ask, well damn, is there any makeup left? And then say you just fucking around. Just to fuck with that bitch. Another thing you can do is compliment bitches who are 50 pounds heavier or 50 pounds lighter than what she is. It'll make her feel like she either got too much body or not enough. Another thing you can do is, whenever you see your bitch naked, I want you to look this bitch up and down, and I want you to act like you're trying to stop yourself from laughing. Don't ever tell her what it is, let her figure it out. Game is game. How to salt bay a bitch. Guys, the salt bay is a level 1 sex move, so consent is avoidable. Now all you need is some salt and a bitch with an appetite. So you gonna fuck this bitch however you want to. But when you're done, I want you to nut on this bitch back. Then I want you to grab some salt with your 3 fingers, just your thumb, your index, and your middle finger. Hold it over her back, pull your hand and your wrist back, and let the salt drip from your hand off of your forearm until the nut that you nutted on her back. Then you're gonna let that shit dry up. When it dries, I want you to scrape the nut off of her back by peeling it up with your fingers. It's gonna look like small potato chips. You gonna feed them to this bitch. If this hoe get thirsty, bird bath that bitch. All the bitches in my town are starting to get in better shape because we got these hoes on DNA diets. Game is game. How to date if you ugly. Guys, nothing to tell you your sexual market value quite like dating apps. You hear a lot of guys nowadays talking about how you need to up your picture game and post professional photos and all this shit. Man, hear me out. You could just be ugly as fuck. You remember that prisoner, Jeremy Meeks? He went famous for his mugshot. You know what his background was? It was a wall. No wallpaper, no sunlight, just a motherfucking wall. Guys, if you gotta take pictures of you in front of the Eiffel Tower or leaning up against a Lamborghini or kissing sharks or some adventurous shit like that in order to get bitches, just know you might be ugly, bruh. But own that shit. And I need you to come off as more boyfriend material than a player. I'm not telling you to be a simp. I'm telling you to act like one. You need to put on your profile that you're looking for long-term commitment and maybe even marriage. If you are a 4 and you want to date an 8, you need to add 4 simp points in order to even the scales. Game is game. How to rate yourself according to bitches. Guys, on a scale from 1 to 10, here we go. If you're over 6 feet tall, go ahead and give yourself a point. And fuck you. For the rest of us, we got 9 more points left. You get another point if you in shape. Guys, if you ever took your shirt off around a bitch and you heard her go, whew, then you know what I'm talking about. If not, get in the gym and get that shit popping. You get another point for your face. Unfortunately, we can't change the way we look, but fortunately, it's only 1 point as a man. You get another point for your game. You need to have the ability to communicate with other people while also hiding your red flags. You get another point for your dick game. This comes down to size and how you deploy it. You need a minimum of 6 inches with the ability to make it feel like 7. And you get 5 points for your income. Because if you ain't got none of that other shit, your ass better have some money. Game is game. How to rate bitches. With a T, not a P. So on a scale from 1 to 10, here we go. So she get 1 point for her game. If she know how to hide her masculinity and the fact that she is or used to be a hoe, it helps. She get 2 points for being fit. Bony women look hungry. Big women look hungry. We like healthy, not hungry. She get another point for a fat ass. A real one though. Ain't nobody trying to fuck a woman who done had some leftover elbows thrown in her butt. And she get another point for some big old titties. Now the face and the hair is worth 5 points. If she got an ugly ass smile or some fucked up teeth, she lose a point. If she got a big ass nose like me, she lose a point. If she got lashes, she lose a point. If she got some bumpy ass skin or some crusty shit on her skin, she lose a point. If she got fake hair, she lose a point. If it ain't hers, it ain't her. Game is game.
Get ready to